like, disabled people don't come here, disabled people don't do this. You're just a small minority, and we don't have people who have your needs do this. I'd say that that's wrong. Like 90% of disabilities aren't visible. So like, you know, I have a very visible disability. I'm obviously in a wheelchair and stuff, but like, you know, I have friends who have like chronic illnesses and stuff, and they need accessibility measures, much the same as I do. Like, I'll like by like the NHB where they're working on Speedway is awful. Like, it's just bad. You know, they have places cut off. They have like, you know, like wheelchair ramps and curb cuts, like, you know, covered or non-existent, or, you know, it's just tough to get around certain places. Like by Welch is really bad right now because they have Welch, you know, cut off, and they have like one really rickety ramp that's like a little scary. But I guess in terms of like somewhere where there's not construction, like if you get any more north than like where like the stadium is, like that's really bad. Like it's just like sidewalks are kind of uneven and stuff, and that's not the best. Like sidewalks in general are the main issue.
This on campus has its own problems because there's really no place that is meant for equal accessibility for everyone. J2 is just so crowded, and it's so many twists and turns, and I never know where anything is. It's just so overwhelming. It's where like what places can I not talk about?
Like it should be like university higher ups who should be like trying to make things more accessible, or, you know, somebody who's involved with like building maintenance probably. So SSD does what it can, but like, yeah, I just don't see many steps being taken to get that fixed.
You're having like tuition raises, and yet they're not fixing some of these core issues. The university could do a lot to fix accessibility.
I don't know if there's a whole lot they can do. You know, it is really usually pretty ingrained into like what the building already is. So like I get why they don't make progress, but it also kind of sucks that like there's no real like, you know, guide to tell people that that's not gonna work out. I would say that ableism is like sort of like prejudice towards people's ability and like and disability, basically. Like, you would think that disabled people aren't like capable of doing certain things. They maybe can, you know, achieve the same things as able-bodied people can. That, you know, maybe their lives are not worth as much as yours or something like that.
Most people are like subconsciously ableist, just like we have social experiments showing that most people are racist in some way. It's not because we're bad people, it just is built into us, and we have to overcome that by being reasonable human beings.
Just be open to like what disabled people say, and maybe take that into account and think differently about your world.